Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, guys. Welcome in. Sorry I'm late. Appreciate your patience. Good to see you. Good to see you. I keep looking up because that's where my computer screen is, but just checking in. Grab a coffee and let's chat. Let's do this, guys. Oh, I was on another stream for a short while there, and that's why I was late. But I apologize. That see, you got one person in here with me. Mrs. Hartman Maid, can you get me some water or a coffee? One of the two. That would be amazing. Did you get? I did not. My mother-in-law just messaged that they have suits over at AmVets. Good to see you guys. All right, Susie Woozy, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. I hope you're well. You guys notice anything different about me today? Anything? Yeah, I'm live. Are you kidding me? Mrs. Hartman Maid says she can't see me. So let's see what the deal is. My channel, your channel, Little Debbie, everyone us on the other show. So Debbie's on the wrong show too. Oh, no, maybe I'm on the wrong show. I don't know. No, I'm not on the wrong show. Oh dear, what happened? Mrs. Hartman May just found me. What happened? Can you drop the link for this show on that show? I'm not sure what happened. Where's everybody watching me? Swamp Picker. Start it over. I'm right here. All right, we're getting there. We're getting here. I had to reset. I didn't think you were live. I am live. I had to move the time just a few minutes here. Debbie got me. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Glenn, welcome in. Susie's saying hello. All right, drop the link in the other chat. Swamp says, I was waiting on the other show. I don't know what happened. I was on another stream. I was on another channel and just got on. I actually moved the time for 4:45 today to give me time to wrap up over there. And so I was hoping to be done on time. That didn't work out. It won't happen again, I promise. But guys, is anybody notice anything different about me? Anything? And Mrs. Hartman Maid, if you can hear me, can you get me a coffee or a water? Swamps, I was waiting on the other show, man. Anybody? Anything different? Are y'all still there? Dog hair in my mouth or something. Guys, we got 32 more weeks to go. I did shave. I didn't get a haircut recently, but I have zero facial hair. Donna is still there. Donna Frederick, she just might not know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I shaved. Last week, Heather, there she is. Oh, well, here you are. I was working away, waiting to hear you on the other one. And I don't know what other one we're talking about. So I'm going to have to go back and look and see what that even means. I did go in and make a quick edit on my StreamYard. So it's possible. I don't know. Where is it? I don't see it, guys. I have no clue. Anyways, thanks for coming over here. I appreciate y'all. Coffee, 2 sugars, 1 cream. I take 0 sugar, and honestly, it's my additional cup of the coffee, so I'm taking no cream as well. Okay, we're here now. Hey, All right. So yeah, I was doing something the other day, and Mrs. Hartman Maid said something about me shaving. Now, guys, I've not shaved my face. It's got to be closer to 10 years. Maybe it happened maybe once within the past 10 years. Uh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that, Jennifer. Um, where did my live show go? My goodness gracious. I'm just going to make sure everybody's blue as well. Okay, cool. A little heavy cream, she says. I do put heavy cream in my coffee, but it's my repeat cup, so I'm not putting heavy cream in there. Jennifer, Donna. All right, Debbie. Okay. Keep staring at you. So different. It is different. So I have not shaved my face in so long, and the reason why is every time I shave my face, my cheeks would swell out. And they really didn't swell out, but I had a much porkier face. Um, and so I actually use a few drops of half and half. All right. And so she asked me about shaving my face, and I was like, I'll do it right now, because she never likes me with a shaved face because she says I look so young. And I one of the rules for our wedding was I had to have facial hair. I wasn't allowed to. Um, she didn't really tell me it was a rule, but it was a request. She did not want me to be clean shaven for our wedding. So I'm not clean shaven right now. I need to be. I told her that's the reason why I don't like shaving my face, is because you have to be clean shaven. It takes too much work. Um, so, anyways, that's that. I definitely made that change. What do we got? Water. Water. I appreciate you. She says I'm such a dictator. No, I am. She said she is such a dictator. Um, she's not a dictator at all. Oh, that's good and cold. I appreciate you. She says you make me sound so bad. That was definitely not my intent. So let's do this. Let's drop the link and share if anybody wants to come up. You're going to hear the dogs bark because I hear him bark. Pin the message. And Susie says, I wanted a beard on Mr. Woozy. He made a goatee. Happy wife, happy life. I had a goatee at our wedding. And I had a beard up until the last week. But honestly, I will grow my facial hair back here pretty soon. It's too much work to not have it. It was nice while it lasted. There's my man dropping off like a boss and a high. I appreciate that. Dropping a like boss and a high. Thanks. David is on the other stream that I was just on. And the cool thing is David grew up in the same area as me. So he actually at one point lived across the street from where my brother owned a pizza place. So it's kind of neat how that all worked out. David, hey David, hi David. All right, you guys are so nice. I'm paying attention, so if somebody does want to jump up here and chat, I'm more than happy to. I kind of left it as kind of an open talk. Really, I guess, see what you all wanted to talk about. I have thought about a few different things. There's some different things going on with some possible controversy regarding erythritol and your health. And I watched a video on that this morning. And I would say my personal thoughts on that is erythritol is probably not great to be taking all the time, a bunch of it, but it's also occurs naturally inside of your body some, and it's in watermelon and grapes. I found out today, but they're saying that excess, and these people that put out this study are saying that, based on their study, and they said people were consuming 45 grams by eating or drinking a day of erythritol, where the FDA says people are probably consuming more around 13 grams, but they say that it could cause a cardiac type of event or a stroke or even death in excess. They're saying there's connections. Do yourself a favor, do some research on that. We were talking about different blood work results today, Heather and I, and just how things have changed incredibly basically by making changes in our in our diet choices. And one number I'll talk about is what is it? C reactive protein, CRP, high sensitivity CRP, and my number was dangerously high. Hey, Mrs. Hartman, maid Olivia's present is 10 stops away right now. Our niece's birthday is tomorrow. She turns 20, and so we sent her a gift to be delivered, because who doesn't like mail? I like mail. Yeah, Susie, I would recommend looking into it. I think the danger is some people that are hardcore on keto, they want to have pancakes and syrup and cookies and cakes, and it's in there a lot. What just happened? Sorry, my computer screen just jumped weird on me. And so I would just say, look into that. Happy birthday to our niece. We appreciate that, Jennifer. Or were you, Susie, thanking me for the heads up that our niece's birthday present was 10 stops away? Maybe. So yeah, thought about that. Looked at that CRP, high sensitivity CRP number. My number was so high before. I think it was a 17 at one point. And you want that number like below 1 or whatever. My number is now 0.6. And so the doctor was so pleased about that. Hope she enjoys her birthday. Sometimes I use 1 pack of Truvia in coffee. So the only reason why I don't use Truvia, and this is just my preference, Susie says I use Splenda. I don't use Splenda because it's just so processed. But the only thing I don't like about Truvia is stevia, erythritol, and natural flavors. And natural flavors, you just don't know what they are. So I have been using stevia, but honestly, Susie, Splenda makes a stevia, and that's the one that I've been using, and that just has stevia and some erythritol in it. But the amount of it that I consume, honestly, I don't consume even the FDA amount that they say, 13 grams of stevia a day. I just don't. But I never drank sugar in my coffee my entire life until this past year, and I put a very little bit in there. Yeah, I think there are a lot worse things, right? And that's kind of the last video I watched on the topic, was basically saying, if you think, and even Heather or Mrs. Hartman made, her name's Heather, but her and I were talking, and you think about it, if we were eating high carb and we were eating, plenty of sugar, the amount of sugar that we would have consumed anyways, that's got to be, excuse me, that's got to be worse for you than what this research on the Truvia is anyways. So yeah, we're all going to pick our poison. And I remember on Victoria's show this morning, she was talking about chocolate bars, and guys, I love chocolate. Like, chocolate is my favorite thing in the world besides Mrs. Hartman made. I love chocolate. And so when I say poison on our show this morning, in jest, I say poison, because if I can find a way to eat chocolate, I'm going to. It's not a weight loss food, guys, and you can consume it with stevia in it, so it's not going to spike your blood sugar. But you shouldn't eat too much of it because it's not a weight loss food, but not a whatchamacallit. That's right. And I got to be honest, like, when when she was talking about whatchamacallit, like, that was honestly one of my, like, candy bars of choice. I enjoy the whatchamacallit. It's good. It's just poison. Let's be real. Uh, I will take lilies any day, and the darker, the better. I love the extreme dark chocolate one. It's amazing. The salted, dark chocolate. I love it. My mom gave us some lilies for Christmas, and they actually had a couple Christmas flavors. And Mrs. Hartman made loved the it was like a peppermint bark type one. She just loved it. Um, and she does not normally like Lily's chocolate. So um, whenever we have Lily's, but we do, she does like the Lily's peanut butter cups. So good, so good. We're talking about weight loss and accountability, and we are literally talking about candy. Like, hey, whatever. I love Lily's chocolate. Lily's if I could get an affiliate link for Lily's, and I tried, I would. I have an affiliate link for Element. It's like a hydration supplement, gives you your electrolytes. I love it. And I have an affiliate link with Bulletproof. I have an affiliate link with Carnivore Snacks and I said Bulletproof and Mission Meats. I do, but I really wanted an affiliate link with Lily's, and they just don't do it. And so I was super disappointed when I found that out. I don't have a big following or a large audience. I was watching Harry Tornado earlier, and he was talking about, once your channel gets to about 10,000 subscribers, you're just gonna have people reaching out to you to sponsor your channel and do sponsor. And I'm just like, I don't think I'll ever have to worry about it. But if I do, Lily's, give me a call. Give me a call, please. Please send me lilies. I'll give it to my fans. I'll share it. I'll do reviews. Oh, I love me some lilies. Love me some lilies. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been thinking about, or not lilies. I've been thinking about lilies recently. But just kind of the humdrums. But what about you guys? How are you doing? What's new? Where are you at? Do you need support in any area? I know that we've tried a few different approaches to eating this last week as far as timing. Um, and I know that, there's autophagy, or basically in that state where you're fasting. And so your body is essentially feeding off of itself, is a great place to get for your health. And we've seen some great results in Mrs. Hartman Made. I'll try the lilies when they sponsor you. You better. It's so good. You heard that, lilies. She'll try it when you sponsor me. Um, uh, and so, looking at intermittent fasting and extended fasts, and it's definitely Mrs. Hartman Made is tough. Like I get back from the gym, I come in for work after taking care of Spike, getting him his breakfast, and then I have a meeting, and then after my meeting, I go out and make breakfast. I get a cup of coffee and I make breakfast. And Mrs. Hartman Made went until 6:30 p.m. 2 days ago before she ate her first bite of food. I'm like, wait, what? Hashtag Lily's chocolate. Yeah, let's do it. Spread the word, guys. Tag them in. Get their channel tagged in the comments. Whatever we got to do, let's get them to recognize me. But she went all day, and she hadn't eaten since the afternoon of the day before. And I'm just like, I can't do. I mean, I could. I just don't want to. The only time I go that long is when I'm sick, and I'm not sick very often. That's another benefit towards getting this whole health thing turned around. I just don't get sick like I used to. It's been amazing. I'm so blessed to not have had those problems, and I'm excited that I haven't had them. I recover so much faster. Um, so yeah, there's all that. Um, so yeah, autophagy, fasting, intermittent fasting, and we've seen some stuff saying maybe it's a better idea to eat breakfast as close to when you wake up, because at that point you have a glucose spike. They call it the dawn effect. And so your body's actually prepared to digest food. And I'm like, I'm down with that. I could do that. I'm not going to eat before I go to the gym or else I'll be in trouble, which is, by the way, guys, something I'm working on, getting in the gym every day, trying to make myself accountable. I've been going into Larry's live when I get to the gym and just say, hey, hello, I'm at the gym. Might not respond. And Larry's probably like, why is he doing that? And I'm just literally doing it to hold myself accountable, to let somebody know that that's one thing I'm working on, is actually getting up, going to the gym every day. Because, guys, activity is where it's at. We need to be moving. When we stop moving, we start dying. And so I pay to go to the gym, right? I pay them every month. And, I can remember at one point I had Mrs. Hartman Maiden. I had a Planet Fitness membership, and we didn't go like ever. And we just literally paid so that we could have a key tag that had their name on it, and maybe once in a while go get your free Tootsie Roll. Like, what gym gives away bagels, pizza, and Tootsie Rolls? I don't understand it. But hey, you're keeping yourself in business, I guess. Um, our gym does not give away bagels, pizza, or Tootsie Rolls. There is a pizza place across the street from the gym. You could stop and get a slice. I can remember right here. Here we go. Confession time. Um, Mrs. Hartman Maid and I used to have a membership at the YMCA, and now we're going back like 13 years ago, 13 or 14 years ago, 13 years ago, and on Wednesday, or was it Wednesday, or bagels? You say bagels? Am I saying it funny? Bagel. Bagel. Mrs. Hartman literally just laughed at me. She sounded like Woody Woodpecker. Um, so, you guys totally derailed me on my story. Story time. Um, so, whatever night Biggest Loser was on, we did not have the TV. Yes, she's telling the story in the other room. We did not have the channel in our apartment. Debbie, you're distracting me. We did not have the bagel, 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 bagel. We did not have the. I feel like Victoria now. You guys are like making me sound out words here. Anyways, we did not have the channel reception because we didn't have cable at our apartment. Okay, so we couldn't watch Biggest Loser, and we were going to the Y. We were ready to lose weight, so we would go to the Y, and we would go to like a water aerobics type class, um, and that would finish in time for us to get to the pizza place and order our pizza and wings so we could watch Biggest Loser. So yeah, that was a recipe for success right there. Absolutely. So so yeah. Um, I started to say, there's no way I could go to the eat breakfast before I went to the gym. I can't move on an empty stomach. One trainer that we met with, he was like, "You guys got to make sure that you're eating before you come because you're not gonna have power." And I'm like, I'm not gonna move if I eat first, but I am 100% down with eating as close to when I wake up as possible because the dawn effect and your insulin is produced more in your body, and so maybe you're better. Excuse me, sorry, better prepared to digest that food as I burp. Um, and your cortisol is elevated at that point. And so for me, I'm like, okay, I'll just eat closer when I wake up or when I get back from the gym. Susie says, I had a membership to Planet Fitness. I never went for the food, but those grape tootsies were good. Took me 20 minutes of uphill treadmill to burn the calories. Yeah, right. I made a protein water and went. There you go. I never actually ate pizza or bagels at Planet Fitness either. Um, I may have eaten one of those purple Tootsie Rolls. I personally don't really care for a lot of that kind of candy. I never was a fan. I always was a chocolate fan, and so like Smarties or Tootsie Rolls or Sweet Tarts, whatever. I just never really went for that stuff. When it came time to trick or treat as a kid, when we got home, I was hoping to trade any of that like um, non-chocolate candy for Kit Kat bars, Milky Ways, Three Musketeers, Hershey's with almond, Hershey's Special Dark. They didn't have Lily's chocolate when you were trick or treating back then. But yeah, I was ready to get rid of any of that like licorice Twizzlers. That's what they're called. Sweet tarts, Smarties, Dum Dums, any of that junk. Just give me the chocolate. Um, I loved Hershey so much. We went there on our honeymoon, and we have a dog named Hershey. Like, if I had tattoos, uh, no, I wouldn't have a Hershey's tattoo, but I love Hershey's. I always did. Now it tastes different to me. Partly in 2021, I had COVID and it changed my taste. Certain things just never have gone back to normal. But honestly, because of the way I'm eating now, I just don't have a taste for it anymore. It tastes too sweet to me. It tastes too artificial. Um, I love Lily chocolate. Hashtag Lilies, drop it in the chat, tag them in the comments, do me a favor, share me out, get me on their social media. We are looking for a sponsor, Lilies. Um, as far as protein drinks in the morning, Susie, I never really got into that. We used to use something called Orgain, which is a protein powder. We'd get the grass fed one, and I just never really have liked them. They've never tasted great. We do have a place here called Body Fuel, um, and it's kind of like a small franchise. I think there's just two stores locally. It's a local franchise, um, and there was one of those over by the Planet Fitness. Um, yes, I have. So I've. Oh, I thought we were talking about Hershey's. She says, I have pencils and stickers and plastic spiders for kids that have food issues. My husband thinks I'm a commie. I thought we were talking about Hershey's. I've scented Hershey's scented pencils. They're up there on the shelf back there, from way back vintage days. Ashley, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Um, we uh, we give away a little. We usually give away a good sized candy, and then we give out kind of like a kid's cartoon or activity book that also points them to Jesus. That's just something that we do. We love to do it. The neighborhood kids, they come every year. We always get over 100. Um, where I grew up, there was like you'd get like 3 or 5 trick-or-treaters a year. And then even we had an apartment after we got married, and we never really had much. And then we moved here, weren't really sure. And we've just always had a ton of folks come out. Susie says, I love Hershey's. Hershey's Kisses with the almonds inside. Love them. Donna says, hey, Ashley, good to see you. Yeah, so she says, I would have it for supper and maybe Lily's. Hashtag Lily's. I'm telling you, you got to try the Lily's. Y'all are going to be sick of me talking about Lily's. Half of you will be sick of it. The other half will be ready for some Lily's. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on here. I set a new goal last week because when I'd gone to the doctors the week before, just for those of you who maybe weren't here, the doctor and I talked, and I've kind of been at a standstill, not going forward, not going backwards. But honestly, my foot's been off the gas. I have not been doing a lot of the things that help me get to where I'm at as far as the intensity. And I'm so ready for nice weather to come back. Guys, it is the 1st of March. We are 20 days away from the first day of spring. I'm super, super excited about that. Can't wait to get out on my bike. Skippy, we named my bike Skippy. I used to have a bike named Pepsi. It was actually a Pepsi sponsored bike. It was 1 speed, and I lost a bunch of weight. I said, I'm the only person that could say Pepsi helped me lose weight. And then I upgraded last summer, the beginning of the summer. I don't even think it was summer yet, actually. It was in the beginning of June, to a 7-speed cruiser bike. We called it Skippy because it had a bell. So I can't wait to get back out on Skippy and get some miles under my pedals. I love it. Got a bunch of stuff for my birthday, a nice helmet, gloves. I got a case. I got mirrors. I mean, I'm ready to ride. And I just absolutely love it. I can't wait for that. That's absolutely going to help me lose more weight. But my doctor said, um, what's missing? And I said, I don't have a set goal again. And so I set a goal. And scrolling down here below. I didn't weigh myself yet this week, but I'm shooting for 41 pounds by 41 years old. I did 40 by 40 last year, and it worked out well for me. And so we have the porcelain princess in the house. Scarlett, good to see you. And so I just put it out there, and I decided I'm going to run tea and cookies or biscuits, right? Biscuits. We have some friends that live in England, and they stayed with us for a little while, and they had an electric kettle, and she would always say, "Put on the kettle and let's have some biscuits." And I'm like, biscuits? And then she would take out a package of cookies, and I'm like, oh, I'm down for tea and cookies or biscuits. Um, yeah, that's why I'm fat. Anyways, 41 pounds by 40. I did 40 by 40. It worked out well for me. And so I decided I'm going to run this ticker below. Um, and I'm going to mark how many weeks I have left to get there so I can stay on track. So I have 32 weeks left until my 41st birthday. And so if I divide that out, 41 by 32, I need to lose 1.28 pounds a week to stay on track. I honestly think I've already I got to update that number. So it's well within range. I encouraged everyone last week to set their own goals for this year. Put down a number that you can track and then publish it, share it out. What do we got here? Shout about it. 21st again. I'm okay with getting older. That's because Mrs. Hartman Made is older than me, so I'm trying to catch up. So I have no problem with it. I never really worried about that number. I guess I thought about it for a minute when I was turning 40, like, ooh, that's a big number. And it's only middle age if I make it to 80. But now I say I'm at the hill. I'm not over it yet, but I'm at the hill. I'm grown up. I'm mature enough, so I can maybe celebrate my 40th birthday repeatedly. But I'm okay with saying I'm going to be 41. I might make a goal of 5 by 321. That's Susie's birthday. Susie, I would encourage you not to. Swamp is headed out. Thanks for stopping in. Glenn, good to see you. Susie, let's go back to this. Because might make a goal means you might miss a goal. But you are a strong woman and you can do hard things. So if you do make a goal, I think you can achieve that goal. So I would encourage you to make a goal rather than might miss that goal. And I said that with a smile on my face and with love in my heart, so you can't get mad at me. Careful getting home, Glenn. Glenn, okay. Yeah, I think we can do hard things. And I have to be so careful with my words. One thing I think that we prepare or we take power away from ourselves, and sometimes we prepare for mediocrity. And I'm saying we, but I more mean me. And, a lot of times I'll say things like, I can't eat that. And I've changed that now because I can't eat that. I don't eat that. And so I feel like by giving that power back to myself, it's showing people and more importantly myself that I'm stronger than that, right? Um, I don't eat, pasta. I don't eat ba- bagels. Did I say that right? Bagels. My goals are way smaller because I'm way smaller. That's okay, Debbie. You need that goal to be realistic, right? And so, but this week I definitely saw progress. So I'm going to stay focused. I like seeing results. I like hearing results. Keep it up. And that's okay. I appreciate that. We got Roman in the house. Good to see you, Roman. Thanks for stopping by. Do me a favor, Roman, comment hashtag Lilies. Let them know that they need to sponsor me. Um, you missed all that. Smash that button. Any button you want, just not the red X at the top, right? I don't care if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, right? Give me some sort of activity, but do me a favor. Hashtag Lilies. Let them know I'm out there. Anyways, so there's that. Yeah. Um, I'm I'm running. Yeah. Hashtag Lily's chocolate. Roman knows. Roman knows. I love me some Lily's chocolate. It's honestly been a little while since I had it, and I had to kind of like let it go dry here at the house. Stop buying it. Because because it was no longer a treat. It was more like a routine. Like I would finish eating, and then I would after my dinner I would have a row of chocolate, and it's like, um, I'm up there at the point of like of the people who you go outside and have your cigarette before, once you finish eating, and it's Lily's chocolate is definitely not as bad for me as if I was to go outside and have a cigarette. Um, but I felt like it was becoming a routine. It's like let me go grab my pack of Lilies, and burn one down. Um, so I let that run out. Well, here's how bad I was. I had Lily's chocolate chips in the cupboard, and so once I ran out of the Lily's chocolate, so I couldn't eat a bar, a line. I couldn't do a line of Lily's. Um, that sounds great, right? So I would take a small handful of the chocolate chips and throw those back. So yeah, confess your faults one to another, right? Fat guy problems, fat guy problems. Um, my name is Adam, and it's been several days since I've had any Lily's chocolate. Scarlett loves chocolate. Roman says. I got to be honest. I think most normal people love chocolate. There are chocolates I don't like though. There are definitely chocolates that don't do it for me. We just picked up some. What's the name? Lacanto. Lacanto, I think it's a monk fruit brand. They make a dark chocolate. Oh, I think it's actually not dark chocolate. It might be like a milk chocolate and almond bark. Um, and you can get it in a bag like yay big. It's 5 ounces. It's like $8 or $9 at the grocery store. Hashtag Lily's chocolate. Yeah, Debbie. Um, and it is not the same. I do not like it. I just grab a bar when I go to Fresh Market, and that isn't often. Fair. Oh, she brought me this chocolate. It's uh it's called Lakanto monk fruit sweetened chocolate bark with sea salt and almonds. Okay. And so you keto people, this absolutely works for you. It's keto friendly. It's one net carb. Um, it's got monk fruit sweetener, erythritol, monk fruit extract. Anyways, I don't like these. That's why she could bring it to me. She knows I'm not gonna eat them. Uh, I love almond bark, right? I would rather have though. I would rather have a piece of almond bark that is 100%. Heather says I like it. Um, I would rather have one that's bad for me than waste my time on this. This isn't awful, and it's got nice texture. It's non-GMO project verified. It's great, right? Um, it just doesn't do it for me. It's got a weird taste to it. Did you ever just make your own with coconut oil and cocoa? No, I never did. I never did. Cacao, right? Did I say that wrong? Bagel. Uh, I feel like I got to be careful with that kind of stuff because I enjoy it too much. I think I probably indulge in it too much as well. Like fat bombs and stuff like that that people on keto um, really rely on. Uh, like, you know, I'd be the guy that would eat like a bag of fat bombs. Well, it's peanut butter balls. When I would go to Christmas at my aunt's house growing up, I'd eat a whole plate of peanut butter balls and then go home and throw up, right? Because I ate so much sugar and I'd be sick and right. That would be me. Like, you'd go spend all that time to make these protein fat bomb or whatever, so that you get all this energy and I would end up eating like 7 of them and then they're just gonna make me fat. And then I'd bomb, right? Wanted to go live from the store, but was too tired already. Same. Oh, you aren't the you used to be. No, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. Roman says it was 60 degrees in Cleveland today, wearing a t-shirt outside finally. It was like 39 degrees here in the cold tundra of New York, and I wore this outside. Um, but that's just because I got in the car, went to the gym, got back in the car, came home, and then walked to the neighbors to take him his mail after I made his breakfast kind of thing. She says, I'm from New York City, Susie says. It's like we lived for those 5 slices of bread equivalent bagels. Yes. With your lox and cream cheese. Um, I'll tell you what, I've always loved them. Like, I love an everything one. Everything with cream cheese on it. She says, I'm sitting in a parka inside because I'm freezing. My office is always warmer. And so Mrs. Hartman made opened it before I started. Um, and I think she's talking about the either the lox and cream cheese or the everything bagel with cream cheese. But she opened my door and it creates a very nice. It lets the heat out, but it was probably like 75 degrees in here, and we don't have our heat up that high, especially with our gas and electric. Two months ago, my gas and electric bill went up $80 between that and normal. Like everyone around here went up. This past month it came down $40, and so I'm hoping next month it comes down 40 more. We'll see what happens. Says I'm in a warm furry sweater right now. Nice. Um, yeah. So that's that. Um, I don't know. I'm running out of things. My electric is in heaven right now. Meaning the price is high or it's doing well. Um, that's good. Turn up the heat. It's the cheap time of year for me. Oh, okay, nice. We live in New York, so nothing is cheap anymore. Um, they're gonna they want us all to switch over to using only electric, and then we have power grid issues, and so what are we gonna start our electric generators to turn our electric back on? Anyways, um, cheap meaning 300. That's not cheap. Oh, that's not good. Um, so So there's that, guys. I'm coming in for a landing, I think. I really appreciate you spending time with me this week. I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to clean up the face and keep this clean for a little while. Summer is 500 ish. Yuck. Um, or if I'm going to just groom it and let it grow back in. I don't know. I don't think my mom hasn't seen me like this yet, and so maybe I'll let her see my chubby cheeks before I grow it back in. It's probably cheaper than in other places. So yeah, I'm not sure where I'm at with that. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? That's a good question. All those utility prices will keep going up. Yeah, especially since we have to be all electric here by 2030 or something stupid like that. I'm scared to see my hubby without his. You get used to it, right? You get used to it. Um, I was scared to see myself for a minute without it. Electric and heater going up here too. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard some folks in the UK that were having awful prices for that. He's never been clean shaven since I've known him, so he would probably be scared to see it too. uh, what are you all having for supper tonight? Supper? Do you call it supper or dinner? I call it supper. I think usually supper or dinner. They're interchangeable. What are you having for your evening meal this evening, folks? I'm not sure. Broccoli, some sort of meat. Okay. I have a couple steaks that I did defrost. Roman says not sure yet. I go to Costco and buy whole ribeyes and slice my own steaks. It's a lot cheaper. And they also have a great Angus burger um, that I buy frozen. Well, I'm running low on those, so. Also, I got a big hole in my room last week. Yeesh, that's no good. Not good for heat either. Probably meat. Not sure which one. Yeah, I'm gonna probably either make those steaks or go out for wings. Um, Usually we say dinner in New York and supper in New Jersey. Well, I live in New York and I say supper or dinner. Um, in my roof. Yuck. Okay, that is no good. That's even worse for your heat because heat rises. Um, so yeah, we like to go to Buffalo Wild Wings on Tuesdays because if you dine in, it's buy say 10 wings get 10 free, and they cook their wings in beef tallow, which is a non-inflammatory oil, right? Because it's not an oil; it's rendered beef fat. And so on the carnivore diet, it works great. Debbie says I'm gonna eat more salad tonight. I have to eat it all before it expires. See, yeah, salad comes to my house and dies. It just does. We're on the carnivore diet, so usually doesn't come to my house. But if it does, it goes brown pretty quick. Um, Donna says salad sounds great. Um, I just saw a pop up come on my screen. Jennifer Hayes just posted a video, and I'm gonna be honest. I was doing something else, and so I totally thought it said something else, but it said something about our honey hole. But I was not thinking that's what it said. I'm like, what kind of videos is Jennifer posting? Because I did not read our honey hole. We always have a bowl of salad ready in our fridge. Awesome. Mostly spinach, Debbie says. I like rocket leaves. I'm not sure what rocket leaves are. So yeah, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings because it's cheaper and it's also cooked better. But last night we did not go there. Susie saw the honey hole thing too. Scarlett's will have steak probably. Scarlett is past our time. Like supper is a while ago. For her. Um, but I'm betting she went with cheese toasties. Her honey hole jewelry thrift store is what she means, Jennifer. That is okay. Yeah, I didn't. I just read it fast, and so I'm glad I didn't read it out loud. 10:30 p.m. Yeah, so no steak for Scarlett at 10:30 p.m. Um, we try to eat after stop eating by 8 o'clock, and I'm not sure if that's going to change if we're going to do this this different way of fasting, eating more of your meals in the morning and midday. Um, yeah, I'm not highlighting that, Scarlett, but that's what I read. Yes, that's what I read. Um, so uh, I'm not sure, but we generally try to stop eating around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give ourselves a chance to kind of like our bodies digest, so we can sleep on a decent stomach or empty stomach. I've been trying to go to bed earlier. because if I go to bed earlier, I don't have an excuse not to get up when my alarm goes off at 6:30. And now um, I have to be careful what I highlight here in chat. Now uh, I'm waking up before my alarm is actually going off at 6:30. So I'm also thinking. So I use a CPAP machine, um, but I'm thinking I need to see the doctor again because I don't think I need it anymore. It's basically filling my stomach with essentially with like air now, much more than it was. Um, I have an app that I can track it, and my sleep nights are perfect, and so it's like usually if I'm using it, I wake up in the morning and my stomach is hurting because I've filled myself with air. Barb Bustamante says, "Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate." That's the ticket, Barbara. Thanks for stopping in. I had this Yeti full of water not long ago. Mrs. Hartman made our niece's package was successfully delivered. CPAP is good stuff. I just don't think I need it anymore. I sleep fine without it. I don't snore anymore. Um, and of course, I just literally bought a brand new one before I started my weight loss journey. So I made that big investment, and now I potentially don't even need the thing. They told me when I saw the, and I had like a virtual appointment, but when I saw the doctor the second time for the follow up, he's like, "You've lost a significant amount of weight. Have you tried that? Have you been trying?" And I was like, "Nope. I just woke up and it was gone." Yeah, of course I tried it. But they basically said, Scarlet. Uh, I said, they said if I lost most of the weight, I literally um, wouldn't need the machine anymore. So, um, with that belly air, he does. Yeah. Yep. 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 So, Mrs. Hartman Maid is probably hoping I ditch the CPAP too. Um, so the nice part is people don't see these comments. So the ones I'm avoiding to bring up on screen, they're not going to see them. Um, anyways, so yeah, I'm hoping to really get rid of that thing. I honestly I've just kind of avoided the revisit of that doctor because for a telemed doc, it was like $70. I'm like, I'm not even seeing you. Donna, Debbie says, "Sorry, Heather." Yes, she lets me know. She's a good sport. She's the best. I think about there's a couple things. I'm gonna end this stream with some gratitude. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream with some gratitude. Okay, so number one, the first thing that I'm gonna share with you, I'm super grateful. CPAP is for snoring. And the lost oxygen while sleeping. Correct. And I'm not snoring anymore. And according to the app, I'm not losing oxygen anymore. So it's been weight loss is a lot of it. And so my sleep apnea was weight because of my weight. So ending the stream with some gratitude. Firstly, is I'm so thankful to have uh, been blessed with the wife that I've been blessed with. She is like she deserves a medal. She deserves a trophy. Whatever. She's so supportive of me. Um, she's 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 my reason, I guess. The reality is, if I lived alone, I really wouldn't have much motivation because I was fat and happy. But realizing that I needed to get this under control so that I could take better care of her longer. Um, I've decided that I needed to get on this, and she's just been such a gift to me, and I'm so thankful for her. So that's that, and we've had some scares with health for her, and it just makes me be even more thankful for her, and more prayerful for her. If you think of her, and you are a praying person, I'd ask that you'd lift her up in prayer. I think a lot of the health issues that she did have were they're being addressed, and we're excited to see healing take place. But it's scary to me, because she's my everything, and I just I'm super grateful for her. And then the last thing is, I'm super, super blessed to have the job that I have, that allows us to provide for the needs that we have. I mean, if some of you remember when I was here on YouTube, a couple of years ago, we didn't even have health insurance, and we had some scary things happen, and just been blessed. And the reason why we didn't have health insurance because it was so expensive. And right now, today, I pay that amount for the health insurance, a little bit more than that actually, than I would have had to pay back then. And I can, because I've been blessed with a job that I can afford it, and I'm so grateful for that. I have some colleagues that have been without work, and I see some people that as a guy that used to work for me, he's been looking for a job for 6 months, and I stop and I think, and we work in recruiting, and when the economy is not doing great, recruiting struggles, and so I'm just so blessed and grateful for that, and so I feel like, um, if in your life, if you forget gratitude, if you lose gratitude, you're just stuck. You're in a hole. Um, and so I just wanted to end with that. Do me a favor, and I'm grateful. Share what you're grateful for. I'm seeing these notes down on Debbie's leaving. Thank you so much. And hashtag Lily's chocolate. Have a great week. Currently, good luck finding a good job. Right. Yes, I'll be so happy to not have to pay for Cobra. I'm thankful for it with his infusions. Right. Yes. Take care, Debbie. You about got me, Scarlett. I did put it up on the screen. Little Debbie is a treat. Um, so, guys, I love you all. Thanks so much for spending time with me tonight. I pray that you have a strong week. You make good choices. And I look forward to talking to you all again next week. God bless you and have a great night.